So today they released a dev diary, or a developer's backyard, which is great. I complained that they were not doing this about 6 days ago. Isn't that so funny? I don't think it's related to me. Like, let's be blunt. Hello. Hello. I have a little bit of an Arxis conspiracy theory, okay? I think, like, maybe people didn't have a great reaction immediately to the Sin patch, I guess to the announcement. Like, people were, like, very vocal that they expected more from how much of a big deal they made about it. So I feel like they probably released their patch notes or whatever, and then they like looked at Twitter and everyone was like, this is I hate this, dude. So I feel like they must have started something then. I am reacting. Live reaction, by the way. Live cow reaction. Gotta, push down my glass a little bit. Like, so in this volume of Developer's Backyard, we'd like to introduce Sin as well as share the results of the Crossplay beta test and plans for implementation, in addition to the director Katano sharing some of the upcoming plans for updates to improve some features in the rank tower and online matches. Nice. Nice. Finally, this is what we're talking about. Chasing down his prey with his far-reaching flag. Ever-growing wild boy. 5'11". We're gonna beat Arxis' ass real quick. When it says the United Kingdoms of Illyria, right? It's like supposed to be like, I don't know, France or something. Problem with that is, in actual history, this is where Illyria actually is on the map. It is actually a real place. It's I think it's the Greek and Roman province is Illyricum. Yeah, I think it's just the EU, but I find it kind of funny. It's optimistic. It doesn't think too deeply about things. That sounds like me. Katano. Sorry for the long wait between updates. The next DLC character, Sin, was released on November 24th. Sin made his first appearance in Overture and then joined the roster of Exert with a new look. I forgot that he was added in Overture. He shows up in another story released April this year as part of the Illyria Special Brigade under Ranathal's command. Was that a little bit of a spoiler? I haven't done the story yet. I've been meaning to play through the story. This led to many players predicting he would join the roster as DLC. I want to talk about this real fast. I've seen a lot of people who, like, as soon as he shows up in the story, they're like, oh, bro, he's in next, dude, like, for sure. But the funny thing is, this is actually a bit of a curveball, because they've done this before. They did this with Zappa in Exer. Zappa was a main character in the story, and every patch, because of it, everyone was like, Zappa's next, dude, every time. Every single time it was Zappa. Most people's exposure to him was +R and they don't like him. And nobody really wanted Zappa. But I think most people wanted Zappa at the same time because they're like, oh, he's gonna look really cool in this engine. Just because a character appears in the story, it doesn't always mean that they're gonna add them. Sin's character design. His outfit hasn't changed much. Coat tied around his waist. I love coats tied around the waist. He's a flag wielder as opposed to a traditional staff user. I do like that difference. I think that is a good change. His distinguishing trait is his ability to perform follow-up attacks or a unique movement option after nearly all of his special moves, giving him access to speedy rushdown as well as additional combo routes. I don't think of his playstyle as offensive. It's more like you have to do it or you're gonna die. I feel like ideally you don't want to actually rush down with this character. I would say like he's definitely not a rushdown character. No matter how much they gave him, like he's just not built for it in actuality. Yeah, he's definitely just like a whiff punish character. He's a control character more than anything else. He also has access to extremely powerful overdrive moves. You can activate a follow-up after RTL at the cost of all your tension gauge. Ending RTL in the follow-up when you have 100 tension can sometimes deal enough damage to end the round then and there. Wow. Imagine I do wake up RTL and I burn all 100 meter and they just die. And I like that wording a lot. I mean, they are absolutely true. It does do a lot of damage. We're currently working on optimization for the official update to implement crossplay into the main game. We expect to have it ready for release. See, that's fantastic. Who here would guess that crossplay would have came out in December? Everyone after the patch was like, oh, this is happening in January or February. I was like, oh, it's probably gonna be in January because they did Biken in January and Happy Chaos last year in November, and that was like the distance. Most people who like after this patch happened, they already like assumed it's gonna be months before we get anything, and a lot of the motivation kind of died down for them. Actually on my video, I saw a lot of people mention like, oh, we don't need them to give more information. I saw some people say like, oh, I'm from Smash, so it's good on my end, which is which is funny to me. Oh, hell yeah, brother, eat that shit. Other people just say like, oh, they don't need to tell you what's up. But the thing is, like, they want us to play the game and like be engaged and be hyped and excited for the next thing. And for a lot of people, like, again, not everyone in my YouTube comments, I think, got this. I guess people who compete pretty frequently have pretty much voiced that they're not super happy with the like rate of changes, I guess. I was definitely a little burnt out. Like if I had to wait until January and I didn't like Sin, it would be kind of brutal. I won't lie. I don't even know how much I'd want to play. But I think like even just knowing gets me a lot happier. As long as we have a date, even if they're like you know, oh, something came up, we're gonna have to reschedule this, whatever. I just want to know what to expect, where the goals are, whatever. It's just, I need to know information. When it's just up in the air, it feels so bad. I want to clarify to you guys, ArcSys communication has gotten a lot better. I talked about it last time, but infamously, they announced plus R for the Vita on the bottom of a shoe. So, yeah. You should think about that. They've come a long way. Is that a metaphor? No, it was literally on a shoe. All right, upcoming update schedule. First of all, here's the updated roadmap. 2022, Bridget, November 2022, Sin, December 22, Crossplay update, network mode update, battle balance patch. Nice. See, this is what we're talking about. Even just the specifics from this is so fucking good. Just knowing next characters in March, nice. Next characters in May, nice. Not only is this fantastic for just knowing what to expect, the patch is probably very big if they're spreading it out, but they have come a long way. I'm so happy about this. I'm so happy. Thank you so much. ArcSys, if you're watching this video, if I actually scared you into this, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I just wanted information. I like the game. Thank you though. For December, in addition to the official crossplay update, we have updates planned for the network mode and battle balance change. Here are some of the changes that will be made in the network mode update. New feature to select room and rank tower. You'll be able to manually select a room within each ranked tower floor to enter. Along with this change, the rooms now will support up to 32 players at a time when entered manually. When entered automatically, such as while waiting for a match via quick match, each room will support up to 24 players at a time, the same as before. See, that is so nice. I mean, there's a lot of people who just like queue kind of mindlessly from training mode, and sometimes they forget that they're even playing. I think like that you can bounce around there is actually very nice too. Then a new option to turn off rating update sequence. Like these things are just great for just playing games. I have high hopes for this. See, like this is what I like to see. Q&A. Cute. I don't know why I yelled that. I feel like the amazing music is part of GG DNA. Is it possible to display the title of the song playing in fights? That way our opponent and even spectators in tournaments can search for the song after. Can you please consider adding a small title above the timer? This could be a good idea if they did it during the intro, like while they load in or something. Like maybe like a small, like, this may be a little boomer, but like one of those like noise, what do they call it? Like the wave things when audio plays. Yeah, waveform. Personally, I also hope to create opportunities for many people to listen to Guilty Gear music. When it comes to BGM, we've received requests to add playlist feature to the random setting, options to register favorites, and I'd like to pick up on these smaller scale requests going forward. That'd be cool, but most of the time I don't even listen to songs. I'm just making noise on stream. Q2. Does the character's fighting style make a major impact on how likely they are to make it into the roster? Characters like ABA and Nago share similar mechanics in terms of blood management. Does that mean she is less likely to make it in with Nago already existing? The same goes for characters like Happy Chaos and Elfelt Valentine as well. This is a cute question. I like this. It's like ABA and Nago don't use blood the same way. And obviously Elfelt is too. Those are like very radical differences. ABA is like, she's kind of like the inverse of Nago. I think she'd work really well in Stry with like how OTGs work. Because OTG is really important for her. ABA is the character that kills you at the end of the round really fast, and Nago is the character that kills you really fast at the start of the round. Happy Chaos and Elfelt are, the only thing they really have is like, you know, obviously steady aim versus sniper. They also work differently. They impacted matchups differently. Though obviously like Elfelt had a lot of other shit. I'd say the closest comparison is that they're just broken. They're both just extremely strong. That's like the only real one I can think of. Fighting style is not something we consider as a highly important factor when choosing additional characters. For example, both Nago and Baiken are characters who use katana. That's true. And think about that. And Johnny too. Johnny reference. Of course, we'd consider the balance if it ended up too skewed in one direction. That is not the basis for our plan. Put this another way, this means that every character has a chance of making it into the roster. Look forward to the upcoming additional characters. I hate when they say this after something like that. I can't. I don't know what to expect. I don't want to be disappointed. Fire Spirit, I did not watch this on stream, but this was a really good set. I'm a big Mochi fan. I loved watching him, but it's so hard to replicate him. And I feel like you can kind of see that in how well he played and how he executes. People basically said that matchup's like unwinnable now, like Nago versus Soul. And he made that shit look pretty nice, I won't lie. Also, I also big fan of Mr. Dog Howard. First of all, I fucking love this ad. It is such a good ad. I wish I could just like give this dude money for how good an ad that is. Mr. Dog Howard is so good. But like, I love this. Every time I see Dark Necro, classy as fuck. I love this dude. It takes, I think, a lot more character to do something like this frequently than anything else. really respectable. Really respectable. Be sure to follow the official esports Twitter account for the latest updates. That's all for Volume 12. Honestly, I can't complain. I think this is a good dev diary. Just like off this alone, I'm gonna say success. The questions, I think they're not bad. It's not like give them the green. You know what I mean? Just the fact they gave us specific dates already makes me a lot more excited for the great work, Arxis. If you listen to me complain on Twitch or on YouTube, I won't assume. Sorry. Well, not sorry, because you did something good. The dates. Yeah, the dates are all I need.